Alrighty. Hey guys, just going to show you a quick tutorial on how I map my controllers and my setup. You know, at the moment you got Kunai 3s connected to my ROG Phone 2. Nothing too special, but it's a very niche kind of tutorial, so just quickly show you how I set it up. If I go back here, so load the game. When you're in the app, you can map the controls. So at the moment I can do things with the right analog. If I press certain buttons I can do certain things. Because the Kunai 3 won't be automatically connected to the Apex Legends games, you have to map it yourself manually. So first things first, to get the mapping sorted out, swipe from the right, left, and then you'll get this options for Game Genie. You got a couple of options here. You know, lock your brightness, things like that, air triggers, key mapping. That's kind of one we're after, so we click on key mapping. At the moment you can see my setup, what buttons certain do things. For example, the drag, you know, got my left analog here. So if I move my analog, it tends to move my character back and forth. So when you're setting this up for the first time, you won't see all these key configurations. So let me just show you what it's like in a completely different app. So for example, this actually has controller support, Kunai 3 controller support. But if I were to start from the left, I can add key mappings. At the moment, I have no key mappings set. But if I turn it on, and then, you know, set up my arrow keys first, so click on this little plus sign here, click arrow keys, that's our left analog stick, and then respective controls, so you can see that's the right analog stick there. Change the sensitivity if you want. To map buttons, you just press the button in this menu, and you just drag and drop. So for example, I want B here, press A, I want A to go over here. They kind of correspond to what's on screen. So also you can do the same with the back buttons here. So if I were to just press that, comes up as M1, press that one, press this M2. So drag and drop, quite simple. So basically you can use that same idea for Apex Legends. Over here, swipe to the left, key mappings, all that business here. So I will show this in game. Okay, so I've got gyroscope controls on as well. But if I move my left, I might move my right analog, changes my perspective. Actually, let's just show you on screen configurations. You kind of see that. So my right analog is actually here. The way the right analog kind of works is that if you, wherever you place it, when you turn left, what it's doing, it's like dragging your finger left, and it starts from that point. So if you go up, it's dragging from that point. That makes sense.
Charged and ready to go.
Then from the left, you go down. It keeps starting from that point. So you also need to change controls in the game as well for it to be compatible like this. So there are certain things in game controls. I have my fixed movement. Fixed movement and fixed fire. So that helps with the button configurations. You can also see that also means that anywhere on the screen I can turn. So that also means wherever I put this R button, I can switch around, go through things. So I move forward, it's me moving forward, back, left, right. And I've got my back paddles here as crouch and jump. Just so I can see. So that's crouch, and then that's jump. Great thing about this is that I've discovered that you can do this kind of mechanic with just the back pedal buttons. For, I guess it's just called leaping. So you press both at the same time, and it kind of lurches you forward like that. So it's kind of like slide, jump, but you're pressing slide, jump almost at the same time. Slide first, then jump. You could do both. Yeah. Pretty much presses at the same time. But if you do jump slide first, you know, you're not going to get that movement. What I've also done as well is that with my controls, the custom layout, I've customized it in a way that I still use the touchscreen for certain things. So you can see here, my ultimate isn't binded to any kind of keys. I just kind of touch the screen for my ultimate, and then my pickup, I have it on my far right, so I can actually, you know, scroll with my thumb. Also change things too with the transparency. So I like to change the transparency to be as low as possible because I don't really need to see it on screen. You kind of tweak things on how you think is best for you. I find that this setup good for me. So I've got, you know, my jump down the bottom there, my crouch, just very small buttons, just so they can't be in the way when I'm fighting folks. And on the top right here, I've got, you know, jump
drive out.
Ability, and then my ultimate. Just touch the screen.
Welcome to the shop. I've got just the thing for you.
You do need to tweak a lot of things. I find that even at the moment, I'm still not 100% comfortable with the right analog and how it works. It's also why I use gyroscopes controls. So
reloading.
Yeah, so you'll need to tweak things as you go along. There are options up here, top right, just here. You can use that one here. You can kind of tweak your sensitivity as you go along in the. I've tweaked this to my liking. Everyone has different size thumbs, different ways to play. It's highly customizable. Yeah, that's basically how I set things up, how I map my controls. If, for whatever reason, you try to swipe left here, and this menu here doesn't come up, you'll need to go to the army crate here. So this app, so you've got certain games plugged in, scenario profiles, certain games. If your game doesn't show up on this screen, there's a plus button here to add the app. So for example, let's just say blah blah blah. One of these apps is a game that it's not showing up. It'll show up here. Just assign it, and then it will show up in that list. So I got Google Home there. I go back. Google Home is now part of that. So if I open up Google Chrome, swipe from the right, left. Keep saying that. Swipe on the left gives you that option. So I can also add triggers for this if I really need to use it. Key mappings, again, switch it on. Whatever key mappings you want, R3 or right joystick, whatever they got there, and then put that over there. B, A, there, B, right there, Y, right there, etc., etc. So whenever I exit this, if I press Y, it takes me to media. But also because it's still on that screen here, whenever I press Y and there's nothing there, it won't respond to that. So you're just kind of mimicking touchscreen controls. Yeah, that's it. Quite simple. That's not, shouldn't be too hard. Play around, see what you like. enjoy.